welcome to episode number 34 of WITM. It is time for NXT, the NXT following TakeOver San Antonio, which was not a very good night. Did not go as according to plan at all for the Chosen Ones, and specifically WITM's Corey, as the card was completely rebooked, just like how this one has been. We now have Chosen Ones versus Street Profits as opposed to Chosen Ones versus TM61 at Battle of Top 2 Contenders. But originally, the NXT Championship was not to be defended at TakeOver San Antonio. It was to be defended right now, but with Corey involved. But the game rebooked it to having an NXT Championship match at San Antonio, but only between Tye Dillinger and Velveteen Dream. Add to the fact that Sanity decided to just retain via count out, make it quick and easy for them, meaning the Chosen Ones won the match, but Sanity retained the titles, and you have two pretty unhappy superstars in Corey and Drew McIntyre, the Chosen Ones. Corey of the Chosen Ones and of WITM is in the ring, microphone in hand. He's going to address how he's feeling following TakeOver San Antonio. So let's listen in and hear what Corey has to say. I have something to say tonight. Now, I've done my best to remain humble, patient, and appreciative of what I have here in NXT. But there comes a time where every man reaches his breaking point. And unfortunately, over the past few days, I've reached mine. Everybody knows that as much as I appreciate what NXT has done for me, my ultimate goal is to return to the main roster and become a major champion again. And for about a year and a half now, I've been the number 1 or number 2 contender to NXT Championship. My ticket to Raw or SmackDown. But time and time again, those in control seem to do everything they can to prevent me from having that chance. From leaving me off the card on NXT for a month or more, leaving me no choice but to do nothing but sit at home and watch as people pass me in the rankings, to favoring my opponent's pin attempts over my own 2 months ago in an NXT Championship match, to what happened this past Saturday at NXT TakeOver San Antonio. First, I was told by William Regal that in 4 days from Saturday, which would have been tonight, that I was going to be part of an NXT Championship Triple Threat Elimination match between the champion Tye Dillinger, Velveteen Dream, who by the way has somehow been allowed to remain number 1 contender despite not having wrestled in a month, and myself. But then, at the last minute, before my match Saturday, some guy in a suit who I've never seen before in my life informs me that some higher up, who he wasn't allowed to name, felt it was unfair for me to receive 2 title shots in the same week, and booked Dillinger versus Velveteen Dream for that very night in a singles match for the NXT Championship, leaving me out of the road to WrestleMania and the NXT Championship title picture for at least 2 months. Then, Sanity was allowed to be cowards and lay down on the entrance ramp for a countout to retain their championship, and when Drew and I petitioned for the match to be restarted, or to at least get a rematch tonight, we were denied. It's starting to become painfully obvious to me that these mysterious higher-ups bend and twist the rules as they please, and bypass the should-be foolproof ranking system that my friend Andrew developed to gift wrap title matches to people they like. I am a 2-time WWE champion and a former ECW World Heavyweight champion, among other accomplishments. And yet these mysterious higher-ups have it in their minds I should step aside and let talent who spend more NXTs on a couch watching, rather than in the ring performing, have opportunities over me, who has been the main event the past 3 NXTs, putting butts in seats and winning matches. So let me make things crystal clear. I'm done keeping my mouth shut and allowing myself to be denied opportunities so they can be given to others who didn't need to lift a single finger in order to earn those opportunities. Now, WWE's higher-ups want everyone to believe that WWE is the be-all, end-all in the world of professional wrestling. That if you are not under their umbrella, you are nothing in the wrestling business. But as more and more fans and more wrestlers are starting to realize, now more than ever, when it comes to the world of professional wrestling, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. So if things don't change, and fast, when it comes to how I'm treated around here, then maybe after I compete in a ring with Honor, find out what's new with Japan Pro Wrestling, or go make an impact somewhere else, they'll realize what they have in me after I'm gone. And that random guy in a suit that Corey just mentioned, making his way to the ring to confront Corey, that obviously is not the NXT General Manager, William Regal. So what does random guy in suit have to say? Corey, I'll make note of your frustrations and give it to the necessary people in charge. But listen, don't do anything reckless, like make threats to leave and go to another organization. That's not going to exactly improve your standing with the higher-ups. The higher-ups haven't forgotten about your past accomplishments, Corey, or your value to NXT. That's why they've given you an opportunity tonight, along with your tag team partner, Drew McIntyre, to remain number 1 contenders to the NXT Tag Team Championship going forward, if you can defeat Street Profits tonight, of course. Why do we even need to defend our number 1 contendership? Because apparently, staying in the back doing nothing, or better yet, staying home and watching, earns number 1 contenderships just as well as actually getting victories in this ring. And by the way, where are these mysterious higher-ups you speak of? And where's our general manager, William Regal? Corey, Mr. Regal is on vacation this week. Like I said, I will log your complaints with the higher-ups, and they will be addressed as soon as possible. Of course these mysterious higher-ups would hide when they know that I am livid with how myself, and Drew too for that matter, have been treated here. Why don't you tell whoever of your higher-up pals has decided to screw over Drew and I to meet me in this ring next week? Alright, so Corey, understandably unhappy with what he feels has been mistreatment by William Regal and other mysterious authority figures that the random guy in the suit wouldn't name. And it sounds like next week we're going to have a confrontation between Corey and whatever higher up has decided that the Chosen Ones do not get a Tag Team Championship rematch right away, and Corey does not get an NXT Championship match anytime soon. So that should definitely be interesting. But for now, the Chosen Ones have no choice but to settle for trying to maintain their number 1 contendership against a team that they fought and defeated in their debut as a tag team, Street Profits. They had a good back and forth match before. Will the Chosen Ones be able to extend their undefeated streak to 5-0, or will they suffer their first loss at the hands of Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford? Let's find out in our episode 34 match.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 564 pounds, Corey and Drew McIntyre.
This is it. This is the match we've all been waiting for.
And the electricity
electricity level in the arena right now is unlike anything I've ever felt.
We are the chosen. We are the truth. The emblem of God. We are the chosen ones. We are the chosen. We are.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 495 pounds, Angelo Dawkins and Montana Ford.
Given the participants, this match might very well steal the show, guys.
Yeah, and I think you could go so far as to say it has the makings of a match of the year candidate.
Any, mini, miny, whoa. Turn up now, I'm about to blow. Up and y'all don't even know. Powder keg about to explode. Independent, I run this show. International, run the globe. Hyperdrive, no cruise control. Got the life and they losing fold. I stay 100. I keep it homegrown. I live for the applause. And all the people know. I bring the swag.
And here we go.
In the ring. And
Corey starting off for the Chosen Ones. Angelo Dawkins starting off for Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins looking to show some power early on, but going to be broken up by Corey.
firmly in the driver's seat after that.
DDT by Corey and a stomp to the back of the leg of Dawkins. Forces Dawkins up, but there's a reversal with a knee to the head of Corey. Forces Corey to his feet. Reversal, tossing Dawkins over the back. Forces Dawkins up. Repeated kicks to the stomach to take Dawkins down to the canvas. Now Corey drags Dawkins center ring, or rather into the Chosen One's corner, and in comes Drew McIntyre. Forces Dawkins into a seated position. McIntyre looking to show off some power, and does with a huge power bomb. Stomp to the arm. Forces Dawkins up. Looking for another power bomb, but this time it's going to be Dawkins with a reversal. Forces McIntyre up. Irish whip into the Street Profits corner. Are they going to look for a tag or double team maneuver? Indeed they are. Looking for a double team maneuver is Street Profits. Montez Ford to the middle rope with an axe handle. Facebuster from Ford. Now the legal man for Street Profits. Looking to take flight once again. And the splash connects.
Using every ounce of his body.
Leg drop from Ford forces McIntyre up. But there's a reversal.
What a display of unmitigated strength.
McIntyre now working the leg of Ford and stomping the body of Montez Ford into the canvas. Stomps to the leg. Forces Ford up. Irish whip going to
Oh, I think this man means
go into a backbreaker. Dawkins looking for the tag but can't quite get to Ford. McIntyre forces Ford up
extremely confident.
This match is so
into a fireman's carry position, but a reversal from Montez Ford. Forces McIntyre to his feet.
enjoy the action.
There's another reversal from McIntyre. Forces Ford up.
Drew McIntyre got
Suplex. Stomp to the back. There's another. McIntyre looking to take flight.
One way or another. He's lining him up. Better stay.
Ford trying to get away. Will he? He will not. Diving axe handle connects.
Be serious injuries.
Ford makes the desperation tag to Angelo Dawkins. Ford is going to be out of the equation for quite some time. But he does get that emergency tag to Angelo Dawkins.
McIntyre felt
And Dawkins in control, coming out firing. Corey wants the tag. Okay, McIntyre gets to him.
looking at it.
Running power slam from Angelo Dawkins, now a finisher. Dawkins has been on fire since that emergency tag. And he's going to get the finisher into a cover. Corey is there to break it up. All four men in the ring now and fighting. Corey is going to roll to the outside. Both Street Profits in the ring now with Drew McIntyre. Ford will return to his post on the apron.
And what a reversal.
And reversal from McIntyre. Corey and Montez Ford, I believe, are fighting it out outside. Ford back to the apron. Corey still down.
Drew McIntyre got him there.
Knee to the head of Dawkins. Goes for a cover.
One. He's got plenty of gas.
And Dawkins powers out at 1.5. Corey finally back up and will return to his post.
Oh, and it's a reversal. There may be no escaping this fireman's carry.
McIntyre in a fireman's carry position and plunged into the top rope. Dawkins looking strong since being tagged in. Starting to turn momentum into
With the tag is
the favor of the Street Profits. Double team attack now. And that is successful.
Teamwork right there.
Montez Ford, legal man. Corey looking for the emergency tag. McIntyre can't quite get there, but there's a reversal.
Headbutt. Oh, what
And a headbutt from McIntyre. Looks to stay in the ring. McIntyre in the corner,
doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up.
trying to get the WWE Universe behind him.
Drew McIntyre sizing it up.
Now looking for that signature. We've seen this win the Chosen One matches before, but this time
Kicking right.
Montez Ford saw it coming and was able to evade.
He's able to reverse it.
Reversal from Ford. Huge suplex by McIntyre, almost launching Ford right out of the
Might be
ring.
a good time for the finisher.
Oh, and
But a reversal from Montez Ford. Reversal by McIntyre.
from Drew McIntyre. Putting on a show now.
Nice move by McIntyre. Now
And Byron, he's still down after that one.
Yeah, that did
he
some
will
big
make the
time
tag to
damage,
Corey.
Michael.
He hasn't had much time in this match yet. Can he finish things off for the Chosen Ones? Reversal by Ford.
Oh, he turns it around.
Corey forced to a knee. Reversal from Corey with a right hand punch.
The clothesline.
Huge clothesline. That's going to send Ford on the outside. Corey's going to bide his time before joining Ford on the
Heck
outside.
of a beating, Michael.
Reversal by Ford. Stomp to the back. There's another. And Ford is going to send Corey back inside the ring and will join him there.
He's sending a message to the entire
Reversal by Corey with elbows.
here. Oh no, a counter.
Punch from Corey. There's the crossface, but Ford had a foot on the rope, and that's going to break that up.
Oh, and he's still down. Byron.
Corey forces Ford up. Reversal and takedown from Montez Ford. Corey trying to get back up and will do so, but Ford waiting for an attack. Reversal from Corey. with a
Where the
slam.
finisher could be used at any moment here.
Corey now looking for the falling angel.
This could be it.
Falling angel connects.
Buster. Evisceration.
Forces Ford to a knee.
He's too.
Reversal from Montez Ford. Forces Corey on the ropes, now down to the mat. And lifts Corey up into that bottom rope.
He's not looking good here,
Now
Byron.
Ford biding his time. Now goes back on the attack.
Watch out, that was power.
Huge Russian leg sweep.
What a slam.
Stomp to the back.
I don't like the look in his eye.
Now
here,
looking to
folks.
take flight.
Here he goes.
And will do so. Body splash into a cover.
Same fate. He's in complete control now.
Corey powers out at 2.
Still trying to get back to his feet here.
Now in comes Angelo Dawkins.
Right now.
Corey's still down. Dawkins lifts Corey up. What does he have in mind here? Showing off some power with a one-handed slam.
Suplex.
Reversal from Corey, just shoving Dawkins aside, and that will allow him to get back to his feet. Stomp to the shoulder, forces Dawkins center ring.
No
Reversal from Dawkins with an uppercut. Just throws Corey across the ring with ease. And now to the apron. Now to the outside. Corey trying to get there for the emergency tag to McIntyre and gets it.
Momentum has certainly
So Corey will be out of the equation for a while, but he's able to make the tag to McIntyre, and he comes out firing.
Drew McIntyre is getting ready. Saw that one coming.
Like McIntyre was going for a variation of his friend Sheamus's Irish Curse backbreaker, but
Plenty of force behind.
Dawkins able to reverse. And now coming out with several strikes.
wow.
And that's going to bust open Drew McIntyre. And Dawkins goes for cover. Corey not available to break it up. And that's going to lead to a Street Profits victory. The Chosen Ones have suffered their first defeat as a tag team. They will lose the number one contendership. The bad news just keeps piling up for the Chosen Ones. And Street Profits get some revenge with a victory.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was a huge win.
If these guys choose to stay together, they have all the makings of being one of the best duos WWE has ever seen.
Well, that was indeed a great match. And I think it's worth emphasizing how huge this victory is.
I stay 100, I keep it homegrown. I live for the applause, and all the people know. I bring the swag like nobody can. Don't mean to brag, what about it, yeah.
Alright, so if Corey was angry going into tonight, he's going to be livid now. It's the Street Profits getting the victory. The Chosen Ones will lose their number one contendership. And
here we are, finally.
definitely hasn't been a good past few days for Corey and Drew McIntyre, the Chosen
Here we go.
Ones. The man who did get an NXT Championship match at TakeOver San Antonio was Velveteen Dream, where he came up short in an NXT Championship match with Ty Dillinger. Tonight he takes on another champion in non-title action, the UK champion Tyler Bates, in the main event. And Velveteen Dream will pick up the victory. Let me just jot that down a moment. And how does that affect the rankings on NXT? We will find out in a moment. After this loading screen, of course. First, our results. Eric Young got a non-title victory over NXT champion Ty Dillinger. Ember Moon got a victory over Nia Jackson, non-title action. Leah Rush won an 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal that featured all 4 out of the 5 members of the UK division. He defeated Trent Seven, Pete Dunne, Mark Andrews, and Wolfgang, all of the UK division, as well as Cassius Ohno, Lars Sullivan, and Goldust. Carmella defeated Peyton Royce. Naomi defeated Kairi Sane. In our episode 34 action, Street Profits ended the 4-0 undefeated streak of the Chosen Ones. And Velveteen Dream defeated UK champion Tyler Bates in non-title action. How does that affect the rankings on NXT? Let's find out. Starting with the NXT women. Ember Moon defeated Nia Jackson on title action. Ember Moon remains champion, and Nia Jax falls to number 3. Carmella defeated Peyton Royce. Carmella moves up to number 3. Peyton Royce falls to number 2. Naomi defeated Kairi Sane. Naomi remains number 1 contender. Sane remains at the bottom, number 5. In the top 5 contenders, the NXT Women's Championship held by Ember Moon. Number 1, Naomi. Number 2, Peyton Royce. Number 3, Carmella. Number 4, Nia Jax. And number 5, Kairi Sane. And now the NXT Tag Team rankings. And the only tag team match on the card, Street Profits defeated Chosen Ones. They swapped spots. Street Profits to number 2. The Chosen Ones, who started tonight as number 1 contenders, now fall to number 3. So definitely has been a very bad week for the Chosen Ones, starting with winning a title match but not winning the title because they won via countout, and then losing their opportunity to defend the number 1 contendership against Street Profits, and Corey not getting an NXT Championship match that he was originally going to have. And the top 5 contenders, 2 Sanity's NXT Tag Team Championships, number 1 TM61, number 2 Street Profits, number 3 Chosen Ones, number 4 Brazongo, and number 5 Moss and Sabatelli. And now the UK division rankings. Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Mark Andrews, and Wolfgang all lost in the 8-man Battle Royal, so since they all lost, there will be no change in the rankings for them. Tyler Bate, the UK champion, lost an untitled match to Velveteen Dream. Of course, since he is champion, no change there. So the UK division rankings remain the same. The top contenders to Tyler Bates' UK championship: number 1 Wolfgang, number 2 Mark Andrews, number 3 Trent Seven, number 4 Pete Dunne. And now the NXT Championship rankings. Eric Young defeated Ty Dillinger. Young is not in these rankings, and Dillinger remains champion. Leo Rush defeated Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, Mark Andrews, Wolfgang, Cassius Ohno, Lars Sullivan, and Goldust. So Rush moves up to number 5. Dunne, Seven, Andrews, and Wolfgang are all in the UK division. Ohno moves down to number 2. Sullivan falls to number 5, and Goldust falls to number 16. In the top 5 contenders to Ty Dillinger's NXT Championship, Corey, because Ohno lost in the 8-man Battle Royal, does remain number 1 contender. Oh, sorry, there's more, so I can't do a top 5 yet. Velveteen Dream defeated Tyler Bate, so he's actually going to move up to number 2, and now we can do a top 5. Corey remains number 1 contender because Ohno lost. Velveteen Dream is at number 2. Cassius Ohno number 3. Leo Rush 4. And number 5 Lars Sullivan. And now we move on to main events. We know we are not going to have a WITM match there, but we will have a Cruiserweight match there. So, fire up the handy dandy randomizer. Of course, per the rule, the idea of WITM Vice President Andrew, the randomizer will be just for the... will not include the Cruiserweight Champion or the... It will not include the Cruiserweight Champion or the top 5 contenders for the Cruiserweight Championship. So let's see who will be eligible. Well, first let's determine what the stipulation will be. Just give me one moment to find that info on the computer. It will be a singles match. And the possible participants are Lince Dorado, Tony Nese, Gran Metalik, Arya Daivari, Enzo Amore, Noam Dar, TJP, Rich Swann, Jack Gallagher, and Kalisto. And one more, Brian Kendrick. And the men who will be competing in that Cruiserweight singles match will be it's going to be a battle of luchadors, Lince Dorado and Kalisto. And we will place that match with the Cruiserweight match since they want Akam, who's in a tag team, is exclusive to tag team wrestling, to compete.
Lance A. Diego.
There we go. Now we can sim the card and see how that affects the rankings on Raw. And this main event is in my hometown of Erie, Pennsylvania. I wish in real life we could get TV tapings in Erie. Okay, Lince Dorado defeated Kalisto. The Revival defeated the Usos. And Ty Dillinger with an upset over the Big Show. And how's that affect the rankings on Raw and 205 Live? This being the final show before Royal Rumble. So this may affect some of the participants in the Royal Rumble. Let's find out. Lince Dorado defeated Kalisto. Dorado moves up to number 5. Kalisto falls to the bottom, number 16. And the top 5 contenders to Andrew's Cruiserweight Championship. Number 1, Akira Tozawa. Number 2, Mustafa Ali. Number 3, Drew Gulak. Number 4, Cedric Alexander. And number 5, Lince Dorado. Now, it will be, as agreed upon by Andrew and I, Andrew will be part of the Royal Rumble, as we know, as well as the top 9 contenders to Andrew's Cruiserweight Championship. So, with this being the last show, we now can see what 10 men will be representing 205 Live in the Royal Rumble. Remember, the Royal Rumble will have 10 participants from each from Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live. These are the 10 men that will represent 205 Live. Andrew, Akira Tozawa, Mustafa Ali, Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, Lince Dorado, Hideo Itami, Tony Nese, Gran Metalik, and Arya Daivari. So, we have Andrew, who of course is 205 Live's best potential winner for the Royal Rumble. Akira Tozawa, who has held the Cruiserweight Championship previously in real life and has been consistently in the top 5 since mid-season 3. Mustafa Ali, who has been on a roll as of late and has bonuses from quite a few bonuses from Power Rankings, so he is a good pick for 205 Live, as is Drew Gulak, who also is top 5 in the Power Rankings, so will have lots of bonuses. Cedric Alexander, a pretty good cruiserweight. Lince Dorado, a former cruiserweight champion. Hideo Itami, a former NXT champion, and the newest member of the cruiserweight division. Tony Nese, who has been doing pretty good as of late. Gran Metalik, a pretty good luchador, and Arya Daivari, who is starting to come into his own, both in WITM and real life. So, pretty good field for representing 205 Live. Some of the bigger names like Enzo Amore, TJP, Rich Swann, Gallagher, Kendrick, Kalisto will not be involved. But still, a pretty good 10 to represent 205 Live in the Royal Rumble. And now, the rest of the rankings from main event. The Revival defeated the Usos. That means the Revival are now number 1 contenders and will potentially get a title shot at Royal Rumble. The Usos fall to number 4. And the top 5 contenders to the Raw Tag Team Championships held by The Bar. Number 1, The Revival. Number 2, Sanity. Number 3, Authors of Pain. Number 4, The Usos. Number 5, Bludgeon Brothers. And finally, the Intercontinental title rankings. Ty Dillinger defeated The Big Show. Dillinger's number 13. Show falls to 16. And the top 5 contenders to Gerald's Intercontinental Championship. Number 1, Bobby Roode. Number 2, Sheamus. Number 3, Kofi Kingston. Number 4, Xavier Woods. And number 5, Big E. Alright. And that means it is Royal Rumble time. That's right. We will kick off our first Road to WrestleMania pay-per-view, Royal Rumble, in the next episode, number 35. Now, I'm not going to reveal the card yet, largely because that card is going to change from whatever it has booked now. But we do know this for sure. We will be having a 30-man Royal Rumble. It will consist of 10 members of Raw, 10 members of SmackDown Live, and 10 members of 205 Live, the 10 we just named. And we will also have a main event represented by Raw, since Raw won tribute to the troops. They have earned the main event of Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. So the first of the matches they've earned will take place at Royal Rumble. It will be Kevin Owens defending his Universal Championship, and the man he will be defending against will be none other than WITM's Gerald, who has had an incredible last few months in WITM. No matter who is thrown at him, he finds a way to win. Will he be able to ride that momentum to a Universal Championship, his first major championship? We will find that out very soon, but for now, that is going to be the end of episode number 34. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when new WITM episodes are released. And why not leave a comment as well and let us know what you were most excited about Royal Rumble. Do you think Gerald is going to walk out Universal Champion? Who is your favorite to win the Royal Rumble? What do you think is going to happen to the Cruiserweight division following Royal Rumble? Leave your predictions in the comments. It is going to be a very exciting Royal Rumble pay-per-view, our first Road to WrestleMania pay-per-view of Season 4. One of my personal favorite pay-per-views. Looking forward to it. And until we kick off Royal Rumble pay-per-view in episode 35, this is Corey with WITM Call Wrestling, signing off.